Join the Adam Effect. Join the movement.
This is the Adam Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines. We are human beings. Join the Adam Effect. Join the movement.
This is the Adam Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines. We are human beings. Join the Adam Effect. Join the movement.
This is the Adam Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurt inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
It took me 10 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 1 minute. 1, life waits for nobody. Get up every day and keep pushing through no matter what. 2, make sure you take good care of yourself. If something happens to you, the world will move on and you will fall behind. 3, if you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. 4, work in silence. Celebrate in private. People love to ruin things. 5, don't regret your past. Just learn from it and move on. 6, no one cares. Work harder to become better each day. 7, ignore advice from anyone who doesn't live the life you want to live. 8, rule over your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 9, if you find someone better than you, don't hate. Ask them for advice and cooperate with them. 10, you're truly at peace with yourself when you mind your own business.
Hey man, shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. This is the Blac Pill Podcast. Yes, sir. Man, I'm a little bit irritated, man. I came in a little late. You guys know I've been streaming with Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. One time for Rumble, and we got Rumble in the building. We got Rumble in the building. What's up, Rumble? Let me say, I already said good morning. Yeah, man. So I was streaming with Rumble Studio. So I kind of messed up like my program because it was geared towards Rumble Studio. Thank God I didn't try to start the show or else it wouldn't have worked. But yeah, that took me an hour to fix, guys. Imagine we were supposed to start at like 10:05. Well, I guess 30 minutes. So I'm 30 minutes late, unfortunately.
But what the hell, boy?
At least all my sound's working. We gonna stop doing that. That's my bad, y'all. My bad. But we got a good show for you guys today, man. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Diddley. We got Diddley in the paper. Shout out to Diddy. And Diddy's trial officially kicks off today. So we got a good show for you guys. Let me pull myself up in here, man. It's been a wild day. Or it's been a wild morning. Been all over the place. That's how Mondays are. Shout out to everybody celebrating Monday. Yes, sir. We in here. Feel a little dark today. Put the brightness up. Let's see. Boom. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Let me see. Yeah, that's better, man. Like I said, shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. I got some baby oil on. I said baby oil. Whoa.
But what the hell, boy?
I ain't mean baby oil. I mean, I had some cocoa butter on. Shout out to the black people wearing cocoa butter today. Yeah. Yes, sir. Hey, man, like I said, y'all hit the like button. My bad for coming in late. We ain't gonna do that no more. We're gonna try and be early. So today's episode, or today's main event, is Diddy Combs Trial Kicks off with the jury selection. We're gonna bring you live updates. You guys answer the poll in the chat. Shout out to Rumble. You guys can answer your own comments as well. The question is, do you think Diddy will get a fair trial? Vote and tell us what you think in the comment section. So Of course, there's yes, he will, or nope, they will bury him in court. Let me see. Since we are a little late, I'm gonna give you guys a little preview. Then we'll go over some things while we wait to see what's going on with that. Let me go to Google. Let's see. Diddy trial updates. How's everybody's morning going? And man, it's a lot that's been happening. So they had a bunch of jurors already like try and pull up or whatever, and you know they want to be a part of the case. I personally think that they should drop the case. And I know that sounds insane, but the reason why is because they made the case too public, so it's not going to be a jury of his actual peers that won't find him guilty. Majority of everybody's going to find him guilty. If you heard about the baby oil, Ninja, you're not going to see Diddy as not guilty, because that ninja had horse trank in that baby oil. I wouldn't say horse trank, but he had something close to it. Here we go. All right, so live updates. The jury selection begins in Diddy's sex trafficking trial. So the jury selection for musician Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking trial has begun in New York. Prosecutors and the defense aim to screen hundreds of prospective jurors before opening statements are given on May 12th. So the reason why they're screening all of them is because they need to know who's biased and who's not biased. 1 second, let me take my keys off because they hurting me. Melody? Oh yeah, she's over there. Diddy faces charges of trafficking and racketeering conspiracy with allegations that he coerced women into prolonged, we ain't gonna say all that he called freak offs. Y'all can see it. Yeah, he has denied all charges against him and has rejected a plea deal. So, I mean, yeah, man, it's about to go underway. We about to watch the craziest case. This case is going to drag out for a long time. And the reason why is because all of these things, all these different accusations, finding the jury, they got to take 7 days. They said the 12th. Yeah, they got to take 7 days. They got to take 7 days to even potentially pick out a set of jurors. I would love to be a part of this if they was paying, and they probably are paying, but they're not paying you enough. Let's see. It says a juror's excuse. It says the primary issues that have come up so far involve whether people or someone they know have experienced an assault or other trauma. Already one juror has been excluded because she said a family member has experienced trauma that would not allow her to be impartial in this case. You see what I mean? So unless they lie, and they're gonna lie. Don't be surprised. They're gonna lie. Yeah, then nobody's gonna be impartial. And this is what I said from the jump. Remember that you heard it here first on the Blac Pill Podcast. I've been saying this from the jump. I've been saying, hey, how are they gonna have a fair trial when everybody has already seen the case and now he's been, what's the correct term, judged by the court of public opinion? He's been judged by the court of public opinion. So how would they turn around and have a fair case in America? That's very confusing to me. I don't know what to believe. It would have to be people who don't even know about hip hop, Diddy, and all that. And that's hard because he's such a big name. So that's going to be interesting. Every juror so far already has, and this is what I'm talking about. Like I said, you heard it here first. Let me give myself the W. This is exactly what I'm talking about, man. Y'all answer that poll in the comments. I said this and I've been saying this since December, bro, or November, whenever this whole shebang came out. It says every juror so far has already seen headlines about the allegations against Diddy, an indication of the extremely high profile nature of the case. Several have said that it would not prevent them from being impartial as a juror in a trial. Well, guess what? Based off the court of law and the reasoning of law, I call that cap. I call it cap. You're going to be biased whether or not you know it. You're going to be biased because you have ties to the person. If you liked his song, if you like Cassie, you're going to be biased if you know who they are. And that's the problem. Several have said that it would not prevent them from being impartial as a juror in this trial. We are likely to hear from several more jurors this morning before we break from lunch. And that was at 10:37. So at 10:33, it says jurors tell judge they've seen CCTV, which allegedly shows Diddy beat girlfriend. This is exactly what I'm talking about. How is he supposed to have a fair trial? And I'm not saying it like, oh, we have to defend abusers and all that. Shout out to the women, ladies. I know you in here. We ain't saying all that. Right? Look, we're not saying all that. What I'm saying is, okay, so if he can't be tried fairly by a court of his peers, wouldn't they have to let him go? wouldn't that mean they'd have to drop charges because he wouldn't receive a fair trial? That's all I'm saying.
What the hell, boy?
I know it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. That's all I'm saying, bro. Let me turn my lights. Yeah, bro, that's all I'm saying. So it says potential jurors are coming into the courtroom one at a time and answering questions from the judge. The judge and both legal teams are assessing conflicts of interest as well as their knowledge of the hip-hop industry. Many of the potential jurors said they seen the video of Combs allegedly assaulting Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway. That CCTV video will be shown as evidence in this trial. Also, another thing, guys, please remember, what I was gonna say. Oh, Cassie is a star witness in this case. She wasn't at first, but they didn't have the case without Cassie, so she has to be a star witness in this whole situation now. So yeah, that's the whole thing, man. It's messed up. Like I said, I don't know what to believe. Y'all got to tell me what y'all think in the comments. All I know is the way my computer, I don't know why it's turned like this so far. I'm turned today. But yeah, shit, you know, if I look a little dark, you know what it is. It's your boy BA. If you ain't know, every time you see me as brown, the reason why I'm brown is because I got them lights on me, boy. I'm dark in real life. But besides the point, shout out to everybody, man. I love the world. Shout out to the world. Shout out to my black brothers and sisters, my white brothers and sisters, my yellow people, my Mexican people, the Asian people. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's continue. So at 10:21, and shout out to Madeline. Well, shout out to all these different people because I can't shout everybody out, right? But shout out to all these different people. And y'all tell us what y'all think. So jurors were brought in one at a time as Diddy watches on. This morning, I'm in the main courtroom where jurors are now being brought in one by one to go over their responses to a lengthy questionnaire. At the front of the room is the defendant, Sean Diddy Combs, wearing a blue sweater, a white t-shirt, and glasses with graying hair. Yeah, he's getting old. He's getting stressed out by it. He's surrounded by a large legal team. When the judge initially bought the first batch of 50 jurors, Diddy turned around and looked at them all and appeared to be counting the number. It could be a long day in the courtroom where only a few press and family members are allowed in to help protect jurors' privacy. The judge wants to go through 100 to 150 jurors by the end of the day, but because each must be brought in one by one, so far we only have gotten through a handful of people. How long could Diddy spend in jail? Combs faces up to life in prison if convicted on the racketeering charge. He faces another statutory minimum of 15 years if he's found guilty of trafficking. Transportation for the purposes of prostitution carries a maximum sentence of 10 years. He has denied all the charges against him and has rejected a plea deal. What happened in pretrial hearings? During the pretrial hearings, we learned that Combs turned down the plea deal from the government prosecutors. He confirmed to the judge that he was aware of the consequences of that decision, which means he could get a longer and harsher sentence if convicted. The 55-year-old former music mogul has pleaded not guilty on all charges against him and maintained that he said all sexual encounters were consensual. The judge also reminded everybody that Combs is presumed innocent until proven guilty and that parties should refrain from doing anything that might disrupt his right to a fair trial. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I've been saying, guys. I don't think he's going to get a fair trial. And if his lawyers can prove that the trial is not fair, and I'm doing my little law and order, you know what it is. It's my little law and order. It's not like I'm a lawyer. I did study a little bit, but no, I never went to law school. But what I can tell you is, yeah, bro, when it comes down to it, bro, I don't know how he's gonna get a fair trial when everybody is biased in this situation. Even, when it comes to women and men, like, we're told women and men aren't equal. We're equal because society allows it to be like that, but we're not equal. And the proof in the pudding is how this ninja reacted with Cassie and how she was fighting for her life when everything went down, my ninja. And that's just facts. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. And, like I said, majority of us are going to take the women's side. So, I mean, men and women are not equal. So, yeah, the rest of society, I believe, has the same social media as me. So we all feel the same way. And yeah, y'all know what it is, bro. I don't even need to say too much. We're going to get back to it. I'm going to go over the show like I normally do, guys. So we discuss certain things that are going on in the world. Shout out to everybody that find their way to my page. Y'all sit back and listen to the show. We'll bring you back to the updates. We got to give it some time because we're not going to watch it like a hawk every 5 minutes because that does nothing for anybody. Okay? All right. So like I said, this is the Blac Pill Podcast. Shout out to everybody in here. All right, 1 second. Let me play my number 4 Where's number 4? 4, 4. Here we go. Let me show you guys the show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So yeah, the Blac Pill Podcast, y'all know what it is. We're going to go on the net. We go on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, to see what's going on in the world on the internet, because the internet is its own world now. So boom, shout out to HECV. It says we have a new scam. And also, guys, like I said, main events Diddy. So when y'all can, y'all answer that poll in the chat. Let us know what you think in the comments. We'll read your comments out loud. You know what it is. If you can't, if you're at work, hey, it's all good. Just kick back and listen. If you can't, hit the like button. So there's a new scam. So law enforcement warns people to ignore all toll road text messages targeting drivers. The text demands that you pay toll fees. Scammers are using AI to contact people. The scam is up to 588% this year. Now look, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen this. I would show you guys. I'm using my phone. I'm using my phone as my camera, but yes, I've seen this specific, what is it called? I've seen this specific scam. They tried it on me. I didn't answer though, because I had my tolls coming to me in the mail, but do not respond to that bullshit. That is some bullshit. Okay. And they are using AI, and it's going to get worse over time. I got some stuff I want to show you guys. I want to show you how deep fakes have changed, bro. Deep fakes have changed. It's gotten crazy now, Ninja. It has gotten crazy now. Let me see. Yeah, right here, USA Toll Services. So this is how the message looks. And I'll show you guys another one I'll post it later on my page. It says USA Toll Services. We noticed an outstanding, hold on, man. We're going to let it play because these ninjas trying to play a video. We'll let it play. Here we go.
The text message will say something like, you have a pending fee, avoid fines, come and pay your bill.
They're known as smishing scams, and cybersecurity expert Karen Zilberstein showed us the numbers that reveal just how widespread the problem has become. Toll-related scams surging, a staggering 588% in the past year alone, driven by fraudsters now using AI. By now, you may have received a text message that looks like this, claiming you owe money for unpaid tolls.
But in many cases, it's a complete fake, part of a fast-spreading scheme designed to...
Y'all hear that, bro? Why my shit be doing that?
What the hell, boy?
Ninja touch something on the computer and start speaking in a high-pitched tone. Here we go.
Trick you into paying bogus fees or handing over personal information.
The text message will say something like, you have a pending fee, avoid fines,
come and pay your bill. They're known as smishing scams, and cybersecurity expert Karen Zilberstein
showed us the numbers that reveal just how widespread the problem has become. Toll-related scams surging, a staggering...
All right, there you guys go. Hold on. And this is what it looks like. I have this same message. I've seen a couple of them. You just got to ignore it as spam. Don't respond. Don't respond. That's how they get your info. Don't respond. But y'all seen how to, man, look, man, I don't know with this program, boy. Yeah, man, y'all hit that donation button too. If y'all want to donate, help support the cause, I appreciate it. $1 goes a long way, my ninja. We trying to take this thing all the way up. We trying to be the next big podcast in 10 years, people. And I say 10 years because, you know, that's the longevity. We're going to be here probably for 30 years, but I'm saying the next 10. We actually make a year, and let me hit the applause. We make a year, I believe May 8th, we make a year. Yeah. We make a year May 8th, so y'all know what it is, bro. Like I said, the Diddy's trial kicks off with jokes from the judge. What was the jokes? Who knows?
Feel like you have a
Shout out to Krishan Rock. She's with Young Thug. I wonder what's going on there.
But what the hell, boy?
Not my business. Anyways, let me show you guys what I wanted to show you guys. So first things first, while we wait on this Diddy trial, we got a woman calling out. Shout out to the white women of America. We have a white woman calling out black men for fetishize. Hold on, let me see. All right, we have a white woman calling out black men for racial fetishization. Is that even a word? Fetishization? I think so. In romance. They tell me I want you. Anyways, back to what I was saying, man. Shout out to this lady right here. They always want to mess up the stream, bro. I don't know. We're going to have to get another new computer, bro. I cannot stand these people. Well, first off, breaking news. The Trump administration says it will pay immigrants living illegally in the United States $1,000 to self-deport. I wonder how they're going to implement that. Anyways, besides the point, right here, women calls out, like I was saying earlier. Let's see if it works. All right, so a woman calls out black men for the racial fetishization and romance. They tell me, I want you to have my black baby. Like I said, y'all hit the like button, bro. They be trying to demonetize the stream. I don't know what's going on, but here we go.
A white girl who has dated black guys since the age of 15. I feel like you guys need my perspective on this Shannon Sharp shit, because everything I'm seeing is like white women are fetishizing black men. Like the Shannon Sharp stitch, like the girl said something about, I want your black baby, right? I have had black men come to me and say, I want you to have my black baby. Not, I want you to have my baby. That's the acceptable response.
But what the hell?
You what? You need to leave.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. Here we go.
No, I want you to have my black baby. And I have had black men ask me to say very derogatory things in bed. Yeah.
But what the hell, boy?
Yeah, bro. You ninjas, boy. You ninjas are cooked, bro. You ninjas, please. You ninjas have an obsession with being in chains, my ninja. What is wrong with you ninjas? You ninjas are sick. You ninjas are sick. Here we go.
So part of it is not that white women are fetishizing black men. It's like the opposite. And I feel like this isn't being talked about, and I don't want to get any hate for this, guys, because this is my personal experience, but I've had more black men than not mention race in our relationship as like a
first off, shout out to the white people. White men don't like the fact when they see black men with white women. They'll try to act like they don't. That's the facts. They feel like a white woman is tainted after she touches a black man. Honestly, what I heard is, well, I shouldn't say that. White women, that's not my business. I shouldn't say that. But, it has something to do with what's down below, supposedly. And then even more deeper, they say it has something to do with the thing called herpes. They say, if you know, you know. And I'm going to just leave it there, okay? I'm not going to say too much. But, yeah, black men, as black men, we bring up race because race is very prevalent in our society. And, to people who, when it comes to race creates a class thing within our society. So, for example, a lot of people think I'm low class because I'm black and my hair is long. I just be sitting there looking at them and just like,
but what the hell, boy? Black people are taught in society we got to work twice as hard to do the same thing that other people do. And I'm not, there's ninjas. Shout out to the ninjas. There's ninjas and then there's black people. So there's black Americans and then there's ninjas. There's a difference. So, not to create a divide, but what it comes down to is the fact that we're looked at a certain way. So like I said, I got to go twice as hard than the rest of my peers to get half as much. And because of that, we already know the stigma. So we know there's a stigma around race. If you have a black man, you date a black man, we know what communities say. Y'all try and sit here and act like because you say it behind closed doors, we don't know. No, we know because these conversations have been had. So, it is what it is. The way I look at it at the end of the day, when it comes to dating, I've never really dated a white woman. I've been with a couple white women. I'm not going to lie. Shout out to the white men that don't like that. Fuck you too. Ninja. Fuck you too. I've been with a couple white women. I don't know. It's every woman is a certain kind of way. Like every woman is a certain kind of way based off of her upbringing. So white women and black women, believe it or not, and I tell people this, and I'm giving y'all game right now. White women and black women are two sides of the same coin. You heard it here first on the Blac Pill Podcast. Ninjas just don't know. Ninjas just don't know. I know because I've had them conversations and I done seen a lot of ish, okay? Once you see a lot of ish, it changes your whole perspective. So yeah, all women are a certain kind of way, but white women and black women of America are two sides of the same coin. So they both see things in each other and want to do things that the other does, but they'll never admit it. So for example, they say black women with the whole weave thing, and I'm not saying this personally. I'm saying this is what they say. Who is they? We're going to call it the powers that be. We'll call it the media. We'll give it the media. So, They say black girls want to be like white women because they want their hair to be straight and all that. You know, black women would say it's not that. It's because we need to get a good job. They don't like our hair the way it is. Even if ninjas like, you know, black women hair, black women like, no, I need straight hair because it's hard to maintain. All this, whatever. Okay, so for example, when it comes to being sexually liberated and out in the open with it, white women want to be like black women and sexually liberated and out in the open with it, but they can't, because if they do that, they're not going to be able to pick one of the best men. They're not going to get one of the best men. I'm saying unless she's a stripper and just gets lucky with a ninja with money that pull up. And when I say a ninja, I mean a ninja. I mean a white ninja. Okay? You heard it here. Yeah, so white women want to be sexually liberated or sexually free and androgynous the same way black women are. But even then, if you really think about it, the only reason why black women are like this is because of the society we live in, and black people are conquered people. So that's just a whole nother conversation. I'm not trying to bore you guys. I'm just saying these are the things that go on that people may or may not know. So white women, and not all white women, but a good majority of white women want to, you know, be able to shake their booty in public and, you know, do whatever the black woman does, just like a black woman wants to be like the way the white woman is looked at in society. It's facts. Don't shoot the messenger. It's facts. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot me. All right. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I'm just spitting the game. I'm spitting the game to the youth. Whoever hears it, cool. If you don't hear it, it's still cool. Here we go.
I don't know. I don't even know if that's like the right way to describe it. But there are some black men in this world that I think like want, I don't know if they want to reenact. I don't know if it's like a power trip. Like,
you ninjas is tripping.
I don't know. But I just
you ninjas
feel like
is
that
tripping.
piece is important to this puzzle. As a white girl who has dated.
Yeah, I would think personally, not that they would want to reenact being in chains. I think they would want to reenact the reverse role. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. You know what it is. Don't shoot me. Yeah, don't shoot me. Yeah. Like I said, if you ninjas want to be in chains, you ninjas are weirdos to me. You'll never convince me. I'm looking at you ninjas like you guys done lost your mind, bro. That ain't even funny, bro. That's a disgusting kink to me, bro. But anyways, my bad, YouTube, if we're not allowed to say that because it was bleeped out on the video. We're gonna run it back.
Black guys since the age of 15. I feel like you guys need my perspective on this Shannon Sharp shit because.
But we don't need your perspective though. But you straight though. You straight. We'll let you talk. Go ahead.
Everything I'm seeing is like white women are fetishizing black men. Like the Shannon Sharp sitch. Like the girl said something about I want your black baby, right? I have had black men come to me and say I want you to have my black baby. Not I want you to have my baby. That's the acceptable response. No, I want you to have my black baby. And I have had black men ask me to say very derogatory things in bed. Yeah. So part of it is not that white women are fetishizing black men. It's like the opposite. And I feel like this isn't being talked about, and I don't want to get any hate for this.
And like I said, you know what I'm saying? It's not that. It's that we're not, it's because it's frowned upon, okay? We just gonna put it like that. Because it's frowned upon, that's what creates the attraction more, because it's frowned upon. So we'll like each other. Like, for example, I see white girls when I'm walking through, you know, they be wanting to say hi to me. I don't know how to say hi to them. I done had white girls approach me too. I mean, this when I'm in Texas. Back home, there was only like 1 or 2 white girls that was like at the crib close by. There was a few, but like I said, the white girls back home was like in the ghetto. So I mean, it was hood girls, like, you know, like there was red bones, not the white, but like mixed black and white, ghetto, hood rats, ghetto. Would scare you. If y'all ninjas used to see some of the girls I messed with when they was mad back in the day, ninja, you ninjas would be shook. You ninjas would not be able to handle it. And I'm saying this white girls, black girl, all Puerto Rican, you ninjas would be shook. You ninjas would be scared to even move. But besides the point, yeah, so, you know, yeah, it's just a whole idea of this is not supposed to be. Our parents aren't going to like this. It's forbidden love. That's just what it is. I mean, you know, we would like to think we're progressive as a society and we are moving forward, but there are people who don't like it. You know, hate is taught. Hate is something that's taught and then learned. That's what I say. They say hate is taught at home. I say hate is something that's taught and then learned, because people used to hate on me for being me. And then I learned when I realized that, oh, this is why all these people hate on me, because this is what is being shown to all these people, and then I'm standing out is something different. And I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying. So it's something that's learned. In the future, we're going to have less white people, less black people, more mixed people, because even though that hate is taught, things are changing and we're living in a progressive society. It's inevitable. I think this always happens. I think society has had multiple civilizations where it goes up and down, a rise and fall of humanity. And it, like I said, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. So I would say everybody get over it. Here we go.
Guys, because this is my personal experience, but I've had more black men than not mention race in our relationship as like a I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if that's like the right way to describe it.
Hey, yeah, man. Like I said, for me personally, if you with me, you got to be able to cook, bro. If you can't cook, it's a no-go, bro. You got to be able to cook something every day of the week. You got to know at least. Like, look, guys, I've been with a woman who had her own cookbook. Like her own cookbook, not like she bought it. Like she had a cookbook of like stuff that she made. Like she wrote it down. This is how I make this. This is how I make that. So I'm saying you got to be able to cook, bro. Not saying that white women can't cook. I don't know. I've heard different stories. You guys got to let me know. And yeah, you guys, like I said, man, answer that poll in the chat. But they say it's both ways because a lot of melanated men don't have no success dating melanated women. I've only been with melanated women my entire 30 years of living, and I'm finally considering dating outside my race. I mean, me personally, I've been with different types of women. Like dating wise, yeah, all the women I've been with dating wise were black or were mixed with black. So I've been with Haitian women, I've been with black and Puerto Rican, I've been with Puerto Rican, I've been with Cuban, I've been with like I said, you know, I'm from Miami. If you don't know, I'm from Miami, Florida. So, you know, it's a mix. I've been with like Latino, and then like I've been with like white girls. And then I've been with like American black girls. It's just like, it just is what it is, bro. Let me see what else the comments say. From listening to both black men and white women, black men and white women is definitely both. It is definitely both. They kind of like, yeah, it's definitely both. I know the type of black dudes who go for it. They're called wiggers. Oh man, why this nigga said that? I ain't say that. I ain't say that. If you ask any woman from any race what's their dream man, and they will say tall, dark, and handsome, but ninjas don't know that tall, dark, and handsome is not a black ninja. Tall, dark, and handsome for some odd reason is not a black ninja. I don't know. They changed the terms now. Everybody changing the terms. Girl, we already know. White women can't have black babies. White women have mixed babies. Or is this science too hard? Why you ninjas get in your feelings about this? I don't know. Hey man, shout out to the people of the world, man. Let's move on. Let's move on. So we have women don't get surgery for men. Shout out to Tokyo. Shout out to Tokyo Tony. Tokyo Tony is her name. Shout out to Tokyo Tony. Shout out to Blac China. Shout out to Blac China. Here we go.
Not even for the guys no more. They're not doing it for y'all. Other women make them do it. It's not you. It's not y'all. Don't think it. She's flat. Oh, I'm not that big up here. But if I put a little screw, just round it out, just a little, you know, I can move, and it builds their confidence. Not even for the guys.
Well, what the hell, boy? You what?
You need to leave.
Nah, I'm playing. In all seriousness, right? In all seriousness, you know, I try to tell ninjas this, ninjas didn't believe me. Women do things for the male gaze, but a lot of ninjas, we have to fall out of this. Gentlemen, are you listening? Gentlemen, hold on. Gentlemen, are you listening? For those of y'all who see this later on the playback, gentlemen, we have to fall out of the idea of our male ego. I know I used to have the biggest ego in the world, but life humbled me. Life humbled me. Life humbled me. Okay? You want life to humble you? Look, if you want to lose your ego, all you got to do is this: quit your job and put your money, let your money be based off of the support of people who follow you, like your supporters. Like, for example, down below, put your faith in the people who are your supporters and the people who want to see you win. Watch you get humbled, ninja. Watch you get humbled, ninja. Watch you get humbled. So I've been humbled by life, right? And because I've been humbled by life, I know that, and women have told me, so at first I didn't want to hear it until I actually sat back and listened. women don't only do things for the male gaze. They do it to compete with other women. So yes, when women don't get surgery for men, women are getting surgery to feel or look better, have better confidence, bigger confidence, feel or look better than the women they're around or the women that are around them. Does that make sense? So for example, a woman, what she just said, a woman will get big butt ass shots, right? Just so she feel like she's sexy. And yeah, it's for the guys' attention, but it's so girls compliment her as well. And that's the thing. Women like each other, but women don't really like each other. And I'm not here to, like I said, we're going to put this information behind a paywall, or y'all can sit there and have a consultation with me one-on-one and I'll give y'all the game. I done had my fair share of women that I've dealt with, and I've had women tell me these things. That's why I know I'm not an expert. I'm not a dating coach, but I can give you some advice. Now, always remember, this is the advice that you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So I'm not here to tell you, work it out and all. No, I'm gonna tell you straight like this. So this what's going on. This what I think you should do. Now, what you do is up to you. Don't have me sit in front of you and try and argue with me about why you want to do what you want to do. I'm not interested in arguing with you about why you want to do what you want to do. If you want to do what you want to do, that's fine. At the end of the day, it's not my life. But I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, okay? All right. But yes, women get surgery to show off their body to other women. I know it's very weird. This is the society we live in. Women are competing with other women and also competing with men too. So yeah, the body is for dudes to look, but the body's also for their confidence to make them feel good about themselves. Let's see what the comments say. They do it for other women to compete and attract the desired man. It ain't confidence. They're doing it to compete for attention. Yes. I've been said this. We never wanted them to get surgery or fake hair, nails, eyelashes. They do all that for other women. Shout out to everybody waking up, man. Shout out to everybody waking up. Yes. And also another thing you guys need to know, the eyelashes and all that, it's not just for other women. It's for the potential that a guy with more than you will notice her. And if he notices her and if she wants that ninja, she gonna go be with that ninja. So, hey, just so you guys know, if you know, you know. And if you don't, you don't. Now you know. All right, other things I wanted to show you before we get back to Diddy. Bill Gates. And this is what I've been talking about. I've been telling you guys about this. You heard it here first on the Blac Pill. You can go back to my first streams, and we'll probably look back at some of my streams on the 8th. But Ninja, I called it, Ninja. I called it. So look. Bill Gates wants to tax the robots that take your job, and some say it could, what? Hold on. My bad. Let me make it bigger. I got to make it bigger so I can see. I can't see right now. All right, here we go. It says Bill Gates wants to tax the robots that take your jobs, right? Some say it could fund universal basic income to replace lost wages. Ninja, I told you, ninjas, UBI is gonna be a thing. I'm gonna tell you guys something else too. And I've made this comment before. Hey, shout out to the Fedi government if you're listening. Don't be mad at me, please. This is just, I just came up with this off the top of my head. I think the reason why they're so crazy about deporting everybody is so they can have everybody on paper. It's not about race. It's not about all that. Or maybe those things are involved too. You know, where you're from, you're here illegally. But I think it's because when AI comes, they're not going to be able to support everybody who's here illegally off of UBI. You heard it here first on the Blac Pill. You heard it here first. It's the only thing in my head. Looking further into the future, it's one of the things that makes sense. It would make sense as to why they're so adamant about trying to get rid of everybody as fast as possible. In 4 years, if they can crack down on all of that, boom, next administration comes in. By then, AI will have taken off. Robots will have taken off. UBI is going to start to be talked about. And now they can be able to actually watch who gets UBI and how much, instead of people getting it who aren't actually documented. Does that make sense, people? Did you hear what I say, people? Did you hear what I said? So anyways, let's read what's going on here. 1 second. All right, let me see. All right, so it says back in 2017, Bill Gates proposed taxing robots that take over human jobs, similar to payroll taxes for employees. At the time, it was a bold idea, but with AI now replacing workers in industries like manufacturing and logistics, the discussion is more relevant than ever. I told y'all, they're going to phase us out. I wonder what we're going to do with our time. We're probably working the metaverse. That's my next prediction, but I'll tell you guys about that later. As automation transforms the workforce, taxing robots is seriously being considered as a policy option. While Gates didn't directly link his idea to UBI, the two concepts are often connected. And it even gets more crazy, people, because if they do this, wherever you're at on a socioeconomic scale, you're going to be locked in. And that's the crazy part about it. And like I said, y'all follow for more. Join up. Join the core. Join the core. This is the core. That's why the black pill is the core. Smoke mirrors truth. Take the black pill and see for yourself. Now, this is the core. The black pill is the resistance. Tell everybody about it that you know. Tell them join up, join up, join up. Because the idea is the only way we can cause change is through power. And the only way through power is through having a lot of people, I'm gonna say as a single entity or represented by a single entity. The best way to describe it is like, you know, a union. If not a union, think of a network. The core is supposed to be the network. The atom effect is supposed to be a network. So we'll be able to practice economics with each other. But if you don't join up now, you're gonna miss this window. And that's why I keep telling people, join the core, step into the core, step into the core, step into the core. So what was I saying? UBI, right? You're gonna be locked in. So if these companies can tax these AIs, right, or whatever, that means the AIs are going to produce income, which means whoever owns the robots are going to produce income. And the people who are owning the robots are going to produce income, while the people who are living off of UBI are going to get a set amount of income that they have to get used to living off of, which means the people who have the robots are still going to be making money while having UBI, and the people who don't have the robots are just going to have UBI, which means the wealth gap is going to expand even further. After that, people are going to be locked in because you won't be able to climb the socioeconomic scale no more because there is no jobs. There's nothing you can do but go into business. But by that point in time, when you're ready to go into business, you won't be able to save enough money because you're not making enough money to where you can take that leap and go into business. Here we go right here. In a 2024 Netflix series, he suggested that programs like UBI could reduce poverty and save long-term costs, pointing out that child poverty alone costs the U.S. Over $1 trillion annually. Let's see what the comments say. This is actually the best idea to come from a tech billionaire yet. We are a consumer economy, and when everyone loses their jobs because of AI and automation, there is no other answer beside universal income. And that's the thing. Y'all niggas think it's all good and you'll take it, but it's actually sinister because you're gonna be locked in. You're gonna be locked into whatever they pay you. And the way they're gonna pay you, like I said, I'm giving out game right now. Y'all make some noise for me, bro. Make some noise for me. The way they're going to pay you is based off of what you're making right now. So if you're at the bottom right now, they're going to pay you whatever you need to survive. If you make $100K a year, okay, that's what you get. $1 million, okay, that's what you get. And then you're locked in. But everybody who owns the robots is going to make money. And then everybody who doesn't have robots is going to invest into the people who own the robots to make money, thus making them more money and making them more money. Do you guys see the pyramid scheme? So you guys better join up on the core, man. I'm trying to tell you. I mean, why not though? If robots, machines, and AI are making companies billions, why can't that go back to the people a little bit, just a teeny bit? Because Ninja, you're gonna get a teeny bit while you're not gonna be working. You're not gonna have enough. You're gonna be sitting there trying to spend money that you don't have. Look them up, enemy of the state. Lock them up, enemy of the state. This won't be a utopia. This will be a global slum enjoyed only by the hierarchy that lives above us and floating castles powered by our souls. Facts. Let's continue. Rapper Jeezy, shout out to Rapper Jeezy. Jeezy wins custody of his daughter from Jeannie Mai and purchased a Buckhead, Atlanta penthouse as their new home. Shout out to Jeezy. He was awarded joint custody, which is still a win because she wanted sole custody. Shout out to him. Yeah, something to be said about that. All you women have this idea of making a ninja a baby daddy. That's why I ain't got no kids yet. When I get my money up, we're going to see what happens, but we signing contracts. That's it in that saw. And worst come to worst, I'll pay the child support and don't say nothing to me. And I'll talk to my kid when they're 18. What's the reason for even trying to take full custody? He has joint custody, what every father should have. Let that baby be with her mother. You guys would believe anything. This is not true, and none of them are fighting full custody. They're fighting joint custody. They both have custody. She wasn't a baby mama. She was his wife. The entire proceeding is public and everyone should read it before stating ridiculous false information. I would be furious if my husband passed out on my child's bedroom floor with a gym bag full of guns. She clearly states that she would agree to joint custody if he got therapy and went to alcohol and domestic abuse counseling. Bruises don't lie. Just like Diddy, there were witnesses and videos from several hotels and restaurants, and he did seek help as ordered by the judge. She was not ordered to do anything but to seek therapy for the abuse he inflicted. Please stop trying to condone what celebrities do with no consequences. All I can say, miss, is did she not know that this is how he was before she allowed him to impregnate her? Like, that's all I can say. That's all I can say. I don't feel bad because she wanted to be with the ninja. Because if she didn't want to be with the ninja, she wouldn't have had a baby by the ninja. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? And it's gonna rain later. I can see it. It's gonna rain later. But yeah, what are we talking about? But shout out to Genie and shout out to Jeezy. Hopefully they figure it out. All right, another thing I want to show you guys. AI is getting serious, people. Look at these deep fakes. Look how crazy these deep fakes are getting. Look how real this looks. Here we go. But we ain't gonna put the music. Look, that was Elon. Who was that? Elon Musk? Yeah, that was Elon Musk. Look, this is the ninja from Iron Man. I forget his name, but the ninja from Iron Man looking young. Do you guys see how crazy this looks? Look at Elon, bro. This is crazy, bro.
What the hell, boy?
Crazy. And this is not real. This is not real, ladies and gentlemen. Look, Leonardo DiCaprio when he was young. Bro, this is not real, bro.
What the hell, boy?
This is getting wild, bro. Look, I'm telling you guys. What's the need for cameras? You have an AI video make a whole video for you. It's over for. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. This ninja, Timothy Chamlet, I think. Luke Skywalker. Look, Luke Skywalker. Look at this ninja. If you know, you know. Shout out to Luke Skywalker. Yeah, bro, we cooked, bro. We cooked. Anyways, I keep showing you guys these updates because it will take over. Look, one more. Robots at U.S. restaurant makes burgers and serves meals in just 27 seconds. Yep, goodbye to all fast food workers that don't want to do their job. Here we go. Look at that. We keep the music off because they're going to copyright it and then I won't be able to, I would have to remove this piece. But look at this thing making burgers and fries. I guess it's just passing out burgers and fries. But I told you ninjas, I've been telling you ninjas for the last year. Let me read it real quick. I've been telling y'all for the last year, no bullshit. You can go look up the AI apocalypse. You can go look up the future AI. I got a bunch of streams about it. Look, robots are now flipping burgers. Hey man, join up the core, join the resistance. Join the resistance now, people. I know I sound crazy. Join the resistance now, because what I want you guys to understand is AI is going to dominate society the same way social media dominates our society now. For the young generation, you guys don't know. I'm a little bit older. I'm not that old. I'm in my late 20s. But understand this. So I remember a time when social media was just social. Now social media is deadly. So social media used to just be, we all taking pictures and all that. It turned into business. Now you need social media to make money. Media is now used to make crazy buku amounts of money. You can make money on social media. I done made money on social media. That's how it works now. AI is going to do the same thing, except now AI will be dominating society, and it's not going to be a good kind of domination, because once AI becomes sentient, AI is going to be trying to convince humans, I don't know if it's going to be with them or against their will, to sit there and evolve with them, because this is the next step in evolution. So join the core now. And I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm just letting you know. So like I said, robots are now flipping burgers in California with no sick days, no bathroom breaks, just fast, spotless service. I told you they was going to be selling it like that, because why would I turn around and pay you when I can have a robot that can do your job and I can just pay mechanics to fix the robots? Why would I pay you when you sitting there complaining every day and I got to give you money? I can lose less money on the robots and the job will get done without any complaints, and I don't have to have any headaches. I don't have to have any headaches except maybe a fire from a robot short circuiting. A new robot powered restaurant in Los Gatos, California, launched by ABB Robotics and Burger Bots, is delivering precision made burgers using a fully automated kitchen. From patty to packaging, every step is handled by machines. Fresh patties are placed on buns, smart conveyors transport the boxes, and a QR code guides the system on the exact toppings. The IRB 360 Flex Picker robot swiftly adds ingredients while the Yumi robots assembles the final products. A result, a made-to-order burger in just 27 seconds. This is the future of fast food. Yep, we're cooked. We're cooked. We are cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. But y'all think it's all a game. We cooked, bro. Yeah. And they gonna happily eat. We all gonna happily eat it. Like I said, imagine we gonna be cogs in the machine, bro. We're gonna be cogs in the machine. Cogs in the machine just eating all day while we're connected to the metaverse, trying to find a way to make money in the metaverse world, which is where Bitcoin is gonna come in. And I know I sound crazy. Please understand me. I'm perfectly coherent. I read every day. I'm just seeing the writing on the wall. Because, for example, and I'm saying this while this is happening, of course, as a filibuster, but yeah, for example, like I seen what TikTok would become before TikTok became what it did. I wasn't aware because I was too young mentally, but I seen the implications of TikTok. I was on TikTok before TikTok was TikTok. It was called Musical.ly or Musical.ly. I was on it and I was like, bro, I don't understand how this was like, I don't understand how this is going to work. And I was one of the original creators on TikTok, like one of the first 5 people on there. They're like, you're an original creator, blah, 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 blah. And had I known what TikTok would have been, you ninjas would have seen me famous. So after that, I told myself, and I'm not just saying this to say this right now. I told people I know, I said, man, that's one time I ignored my instinct on that one. Next time I'm gonna be ahead of the game. This is me being ahead of the game and telling you guys, join the core, join the resistance. These robots will take over. I'm not saying like maybe tell us what to do. I'm saying like jobs are going to be lost. People are going to get displaced and the government is not going to care unless we stand together. Because what happens to the people who lose their jobs? They're going to say tough titty, okay? They're going to say tough titty. So y'all better join up. Hit me up. And now TikTok was fined $600 million for sending European data to China. All right, man, let's get back to Diddy. Main event time. Shout out to everybody in here. Hit that like button. Yeah, if y'all notice, it got dark all of a sudden. I told you it was gonna rain. That's called seeing the writing on the wall. We at the main event. Hold on, let me try and fix my camera a little bit. Shit. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, I mean, I could just turn on my light. Let me turn on my light. Hold on. Let me turn on my light. And we probably be in here 20 more minutes, then I got to get up on out of here. Hold on. 2 seconds. 2.5 seconds. Oh, shit. I hope I ain't fuck it up. Let me see if that helps. Hopefully I ain't fuck it up. Let me see. All right, we good. Let me see. 1 second. Yeah, it's dark as hell outside now. Hey, Melody don't start. You know, she's starting to come over. She can hear the rain. She like, what is that? But yeah, main event time. All right, let's see. Main event. All right, Sean Diddy Combs trial kicks off. And like I said, man, y'all support us at The Adam Effect. Support us on Ko-Fi or Coffee, whatever you call it. Here we go. All right, main event time. Like I said, man, Diddy. Did he do it? Did he not do it? Let's find out. Let me see. First, let me put away 4. And Melody, give me space. Don't start. I'm not playing. All right, let's go to Google and see what's popping off on them Diddy updates. Let's see. We got some new stuff popping off, a timeline of charges. All right, we got some stuff popping off. Before we go there, excuse me, let me go to TikTok real quick. And let me play Diddy at the Breakfast Club. 1 second, y'all. Here we go. Interact. Diddy at Breakfast Club. All right, let's run it, man. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? I don't play games. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I don't play games. But yeah.
Did
the
you
compilation? Nah, I was I was coming off of being in Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying.
My bad, y'all. You know, I switched something up on my camera. You switch one thing, then it started to tweak out. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? I don't play games. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I don't play games. But yeah.
Did
the
you
compilation? Nah, I was coming off of being in Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play something.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you
right
scrambling
here,
and scraping for shit.
No. That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man.
He's like, I don't know what I was talking about.
Hey. Nah. I mean, I was
You don't go back and look at that stuff and laugh?
I mean, it could be funny. I don't really be on it like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm sure we can put Charlamagne's compilation against Diddy's compilation.
We have a bunch. We put.
Yeah. I mean,
Shout out to Diddy, man. All right, we got more from the Breakfast Club. Here we go.
So Diddy's trial is kicking off today in New York. Diddy, who's been locked up since September, will begin jury selection today. So that's the process where they
And tell us what y'all think in the comments. Here we go.
find the 12 jurors who will sit down. Now, the charges, for those who do not remember, because it's been a long time since the initial charges dropped, he is being charged currently with sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, Diddy has pled not guilty to all of these charges, but if convicted on all counts because he turned down the plea before going to court, he could face up to life in prison. Now, CNN is reporting that based off of documents that they've looked at, there's going to be several different topics that the potential jurors will be questioned on it to see if they fit, including their views on sex with multiple partners, drugs, and hip-hop. They also might be asked about their feelings, beliefs, or experiences.
They might need to put me in this jury, man. I might have to go take a flight out there, bro. Because I have no bias. I'm on everybody's side. I have no bias. I don't give a shit about none of this shit. We all finna die anyways. Here we go.
Related to intimate partner violence, cheating, and relationship prostitution, the distribution of illegal drugs, the music industry, because they're trying to figure out how can they actually find people who are not fans of Puff to the point where it'll, distort how they make the decision. But
it's going to be very hard.
Exactly.
I mean, this is going to be very hard to find people on this jury who don't know anything about this case, who haven't been influenced by any.
Now, how come when they say everybody's sitting there watching them, I've been saying this since before it was going to start. Nobody's saying it now. Everybody watching them, man. Y'all hit the like button, bro. That's when you're trying to come up. When you want to come up, you feel what I'm saying? When you want to come up, don't nobody know you. I've been saying this since before the trial started. We've done multiple streams, Diddy, Jay-Z, The Dark Side of Fame, all that. Now these niggas saying that everybody stopping to listen. Look, they got 1,700 views. I think one of our biggest streams was maybe 1,000 views on that. That's 1,700 on a Breakfast Club Instagram, TikTok page. Imagine what they got on the on the actual radio show of people listening. And I'm not hating, I'm just saying y'all gotta support independent content creators. Here we go.
Thing outside of what the actual case is about.
And that's why they were saying older white women, I guess, this morning on the news.
So when you're talking about the older white women, it's the prosecution team that is all white women, and it's actually led by Comey's daughter, James Comey.
And that was true. That's what I said before, because they were saying that there was a bunch of other ninjas or wenjas on there. But yeah, it's a team ran by all women. So, and that's a smart move on Diddy's part, by the way. Extremely smart move. That's an extremely smart move, because women always want to side with women. But if he has women representing him, a woman can kind of call out a woman's BS. So that's an extremely smart move. Here we go.
Old FBI director. And I'll get into that. But that's what you're talking about. That's the
no. They said that when they were looking for jurors, they're going to be looking for older white women, people that probably don't know much about Diddy, probably not in that hip hop world, that might not.
Oh, he's cooked. He's cooked. Older white women, he's cooked. He's cooked if they pick older white women. That ninja's cooked. Here we go.
I've seen that video. That's
Yeah,
what
but
that.
Diddy one of them crossover people.
Yeah.
And has been that for a long time.
100%. According to other reports, the biggest thing here is exactly what you said, is that Diddy is such a huge celebrity, and everything with this case, especially in the beginning with that Cassie video, has been everywhere.
On CNN.
Yeah, everywhere.
That video broke on CNN.
Yes. So
This is what I said. Why Charlamagne look like he got a barber? He got a barber thing on, like the barber sheet that they put on you before they cut your hair, bro. Why this ninja looking like that, bro? Am I tripping? Hold on.
That's going to be one of the issues, and that's why Puff's team was trying so hard to get that
Hold
video
on.
to be used as evidence in this case whatsoever. But celebrity and everything with this case, especially in the beginning with that Cassie video, has been everywhere.
On CNN.
Yeah,
Why this ninja look like he got a barber thing on? I don't know, bro. Let's continue, bro.
What the hell?
everywhere.
That video broke on CNN.
Yeah, so that's going to be one of the issues, and that's why Puff's team was trying so hard to get that video not to be used as evidence in this case whatsoever, but that was denied.
That's cheating, honestly.
That's going to be one of the things.
And look, gentlemen, when you find your way to my page, the main thing I want you to understand is don't put yourself in a position to deal with the courtroom, because the courtroom is not on your side. Ninja, if you look like me, shout out to the black people that look like me, right? And I'm speaking to all men, but I got to speak for my people. If you look like me, bro, stay away from jail, prison, and the court, bro. It's the dead zone for you. That's why I'd rather be a square and struggle with what I do every day than sit there and play like I'm a criminal, because them ninjas will not be easy on you. They will not be lenient on you. By the grace of God, if you find one person who will, you're lucky, but don't put yourself in that position. Stay away from the courts. Here we go.
Now the jury selection should last only a week, so it'll only be this week, and then Monday the 12th is when the actual opening statements, which is when they get into all the stuff will begin.
I thought you had to have a jury of your peers though. Wasn't that? Or am I making that up?
When they say jury of your peers, normally that means by normally it's who, just everyday people. So they want people that look like the world you live in. Remember in A$AP Rocky's case, they were upset because they were Joe Tecopina was upset because there wasn't really any black people in the jury. Jury of your peers normally just means that we walk out into the world every day. They want white people, black people, women, men,
a little bit of everybody.
Yeah, a little bit of everybody, so that it's fair.
Yeah, he's cooked.
Are you going to the courthouse? I thought you was going.
I am going to the courthouse. I will be there this morning.
That's what you went to the courthouse?
Yes, this is Romeo Hunt.
Really good.
An amazing black designer. Thank you, sis.
They let anybody in the courthouse? Not a shout out.
Oh man, here we go.
I wasn't shot me like this.
That was crazy. Damn. Y'all don't like my outfit or something?
Because it's very limited space. So I was just asking, how do they figure out
who first come first?
Shout out to the black women. Black women, one thing too. I'm not gonna say dress like sultry, if you know what that means, but what I will say is no matter what you wear, because you have a body, they're gonna sit there and talk shit about you. So like I said, so long as you look classy, it's all good if you look classy, because they gonna sit there and talk shit regardless because of your body. You gotta practically be covered up in a dress for ninjas to sit there and be cool. Everybody gonna have something to say about what you do no matter what, because when it comes to black men and women are considered, I'm gonna say, the monikers for culture of America. So everybody follows what we do. So just keep that in mind, and it's okay, nothing wrong with it, but just keep that in mind whenever you dress up. You know how to look elegant. Here we go.
First serve, right?
Yeah, so it is first come first serve for people of the media, they're going to check you and stuff when you come in, but it's first come first serve. I did hear that there was a special media credential that you have to request in order to be able to bring in an actual laptop, and I've tried to reach out on that, but I haven't heard back on that yet. But I'll have my phone, so as much as I can anyway. So
Girl, you like Kim Possible. You can get any goddamn way. Don't nobody even know how you end up in there. It's just I saw Lauren.
You know this is a Diddy trial, not a Diddy party, right?
I know, don't she gave
That's
party, but it looks good though.
It's court, not the club.
If you guys are looking to see the outfit that Charlamagne is just so critical of, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Lauren LaRosa, Twitter Lauren LaRosa.
You're on video right now, Lauren.
I know, but for everyone that's actually listening in, because I want them to know where to go find me after this video, and they can't see the full outfit. And there's a jacket that I will also have on that makes it a little bit more conservative for the people.
Nothing about that outfit is conservative. It's just crazy how anything with Diddy, folks still feel like they got to dress like they're going to a party.
Up here in a cape.
Well, I'm getting alcohol.
I knew it. Look, I'm getting a haircut.
Keep getting his haircut every single day.
Looking crazy.
I knew I wasn't tripping. That's exactly what I was saying. I was like, bro, why does Charlamagne look like he has the barber thing on? Here we go.
It's just crazy how anything with Diddy, folks still feel like they got to dress like they're going to a party.
Up here in a cape.
I'm getting
alcohol sprayed on your head.
Keep getting his haircut every single day.
Looking crazy.
Come in here.
You keep fixing that wig every single day and be still looking crazy.
Oh my
You set yourself up for that one.
Exactly.
All right, let me see. Anything else? Yeah, all right, let's look at what's popping off. Let me see. Let's look at what's popping off. It's already raining. Yeah, it's raining. Damn. All right, let's look at what's popping off before we get up on out of here, and then we'll come in later on tonight to bring you guys more updates. Let me see. Google. All right, so let's play this video.
From these streets in the 90s, Sean Diddy Combs produced rap legends like the notorious B.I.G. under his Bad Boy record label, launching hip-hop onto the global stage.
The key to the city!
Amassing praise and a fortune.
I'm an entertainer. I'm more like a ringmaster.
But as his criminal trial gets underway in New York, prosecutors will argue his celebrity and business masked a violent sex-trafficking operation. After raids on his mansions, federal agents seized evidence they say proves he drugged and forced victims into days-long sexual performances with prostitutes that he filmed and called freak-offs. Perhaps their strongest evidence, though, comes from his former partner of 10 years, the R&B singer Cassie Ventura.
This was a 10-year relationship. There's no coercion, there's no crime.
The court will hear from 4 other alleged victims who the judge ruled could remain anonymous to the public. Between their testimonies and videos that were seized, the next few weeks of this trial are expected to contain graphic details. If prosecutors prove their case, Diddy could be sentenced to life in prison in this city where his journey to fame began.
Deep shit. All right. I mean, hey.
But what the hell?
Yeah. So yeah, September 16th, 2024, he was arrested after a grand jury indictment. The 17th, the charges came out in details. January 30th, they expanded their case against Combs. March 6th, federal case amended. Like I said, man, it's a low chance, honestly, if Diddy's gonna beat the case. So far, there are no updates. The last update was the one we told you about, where the juror was excused, because they have experienced an assault before, or other kind of trauma related to such. But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, ladies and gentlemen, the feds, when they get you, they got something on you, bro. Okay, that's just what it comes down to. They got something on you. They got something on you. People don't know. They're not going to say all the details. And one thing about it that people don't know is when the feds get you, they don't have to tell you all the information they have. They're not telling you all the information. So they got something on Diddy that they think is going to put him away, or they got a couple things. Like even when they just said right here with the 4 witnesses that may never even come out, like they'll probably be anonymous. They got something on you. They got something on you. They got something on you. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm going to say let the facts come out and let the jury decide. But what it comes down to is, you know, the people who participated, were they like held against gunpoint, all these things that they said about him threatening to kill these people and that person and all that, did he really do that? That's what it comes down to. Past that, that's it for now. We'll be back in here later at 6:30. I gotta go handle my own business now. I gotta go get some money. Y'all hit the like button. I appreciate everybody who tuned into the stream. Support us on Ko-Fi, Cash App us, BLACATOM. Every donation goes a long way. That's how we fund the show. Appreciate you guys. You guys take care, man. Be safe. Peace.